Today we're going to be talking all about the Copenhagen Major that is coming up just a couple of weeks from now. We're going to be talking about a potential release date for these stickers when we're finally actually going to find out if these stickers are bordered or borderless, what exactly that could mean, and going over some different sticker concept ideas, what some bordered or borderless stickers could look like, and just talking about how we can get hyped up and excited and prepared for this major that, like I said, is just a couple of weeks away, going to be taking place, I believe, in the middle to the end of March. We'll be going over all of that and more in this video. But first, just want to mention real quick, if you are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, I'm talking anything, it could be guns, stickers, capsules, cases, agents, knives, whatever, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. My Twitter is going to be the first link in the description below, and my trade link is going to be the second link as well. Maybe you want to send a trade for some of the crazy stuff I have in my inventory right now. We can probably get something done. I am looking to help you guys safely, quickly, and efficiently, instantly cash out into cold hard cash or crypto or whatever payment method you're looking for. You don't have to worry about getting scammed or whatever. And yeah, it helps support me and my channel, my content a ton as well, but we can definitely get that done for you guys. Hit me up on Twitter. Like I said, with that being said, let's get right into this. So, first up, I want to start to talk about the potential release date for these stickers, or like the announcement date for these stickers or whatever. Osni, he did this really cool thing over on Twitter. I was thinking about doing this, but hey, that's why we have this community. We have people doing this stuff for us, and I hope that his information is accurate. But he said the Copenhagen Major stickers are coming soon. Capsule release date before the major began in days. So this is dating back to the last like 7 majors here. We can see the London Major was announced 7 days or released 7 days before that major started. We have Katowice, Kato 19, I believe, 7 days before. We have Berlin 9 days before, Stockholm 5 days, Antwerp 6 days, Rio 10 days, and then we have the major outlier here of Paris being just 3 days before the major did start. So what does that exactly mean for Copenhagen? What exactly are we going to be getting here? Obviously, like he says, the average does seem to be about 6 to 7 days before, but mostly it looks like, about a week, 7 days before, whatever. Why was Paris 3 days? I know that at the time there was a lot of speculation or memeing or joking, maybe serious, maybe semi-serious, whatever, that Valve had a lot going on. If you remember, the Paris Major was happening around peak CS2 mania. This was in Valve was working a lot on CS2 and working obviously on a very, very tight timeline of being able to get this thing out on time, and potentially, who knows, the CS2 work that they were putting in could have impacted the Paris sticker concept creation and release date and all that stuff. Could have affected their timelines, who knows for sure, or maybe they just decided to switch things up. I don't really know. But when the stickers have very consistently been around 5 to 10 days before, and all of a sudden you have this one outlier in Paris at the same time while CS2 is in production in the works and all that stuff, there could be something there. Now, obviously, right now you could argue that Valve has a lot of work still to do with CS2 and that they're coming out with big updates and they're doing a lot of stuff. So maybe these Copenhagen stickers will be out, just a couple days before, just like Paris was. But what you can see from here is that we won't be getting these sticker announcements like any sooner than like 10 days before the major, probably like 7 days before the major. So we can take a look at obviously the major information. This is the wrong thing I had here. That was something for a different video. But we can see here that the Copenhagen Major is going to be starting on March 17th, opening stage March 17th through 20th. So that means this would be putting our sticker release date here around March 10th or something like that. He says on average capsules release 6-7 days before the start of the major. Major starts on 17th, so capsules release sometime between the 8th and the 14th. Most likely date 11th to 12th. So I would probably say 10th or 11th. I would probably guess right around the 10th. So then we will finally on that day, which again at this point that I'm recording this video is like 11 days away, we will find out if these stickers are going to be bordered or borderless. So you got to understand, if you are trying to, obviously, there's going to be people who want to stay away from Copenhagen stuff until they know if it's bordered or borderless, but there's also some people who are feeling a little riskier, feeling a little friskier, feeling a little feisty or whatever, and they want to take a chance and maybe buy low on some stuff. If you really think that Copenhagen is going to be bordered, you have an opportunity over the next 10 days or week or so to buy on some of this stuff before it maybe increases big. I have to imagine that if Copenhagen ends up being bordered, that Stockholm and Antwerp stuff at the very least will probably have a nice little price spike. I don't think they're going to explode overnight or anything like that, but they will have a nice little jump and then probably continue to rise over time. Paris is kind of the big question mark just because supplies and inventory and stuff are so high. It's going to be harder probably for it to move in the short and medium term. Paris is probably going to be a long-term story, but I think especially Stockholm and Antwerp, especially the best stuff from Stockholm and Antwerp, could definitely see a nice little bump. So Either way, you can decide, hey, do you want to buy after the announcement? Do you want to buy before the announcement? Or do you want to set out altogether? But you got to understand you have about 10 days to do so. So keep that in mind when looking at any of this stuff. And these release dates are very, very key. Again, this is all, but again, this is the first CS2 major. So who knows? Valve could do different things entirely. They could switch stuff up. But this is at least the information we have from about the last 7 majors from the CSGO era. Now, as far as talking about sticker concepts and what some of these stickers could look like, this guy, Simon XDO, Big Jonga, he put out some sticker concept ideas. This is what, his idea for a potential borderless MOUZ Copenhagen stuff could look like. Obviously, we have the paper, we have the hollow, and we have the gold. This is a pretty interesting like rainbow effect because obviously MOUZ, if Copenhagen does end up being borderless, this will be the 3rd borderless MOUZ sticker with Stockholm and Paris looking almost identical. So having a new kind of hollow effect could be an interesting way to spice things up to not make all the MOUZ stickers look exactly the same. He had a concept for Falcons as well. Obviously, Falcons did not end up making it to the major. I don't know. I think overall these look kind of like pretty clean borderless stickers, but they're maybe a little bit too much. The hollow effects are maybe a little bit too wacky. I don't know if this is exactly the direction Valve is going to go. Obviously, Team Spirit has been a big talking point recently with Donk going as crazy as he has. This looks like a diamond kind of Team Spirit logo and stuff going on. The gold looks cool. The paper looks cool. And again, Team Spirit already has a couple of borderless stickers in both Stockholm and Antwerp, I do believe. So if you had, a new one with some kind of crazy hollow effect, that could at least be a one way to differentiate some stuff here. Here's some Cloud9 concepts. Again, I don't know. This one I don't really like. I think the Team Spirit one looks kind of cool, and the MOUZ even looks kind of cool, but this Cloud9 one maybe looks a little bit too weird. I don't know if that's the direction they're going to go. We have the Lin Vision, which kind of looks weird because it has like the Lin Vision square with the text and then also the Copenhagen major text. I don't really like this. I think it would maybe look better if it was just even like the animal or whatever by itself. But hey, this is a new team that has qualified. We have Fnatic. He has Amcol, I believe it is, and then Movistar Koi, which I think these are kind of cool actually. He has Tai Lu. Some of these Tai Lu ones actually look pretty badass. Obviously, Tai Lu will not be qualifying for Copenhagen, which is good news for that sticker set. He made some skin bits of it that I thought was funny. And then I believe this is Tainted Minds, I believe is this one. And then Gigi Hao, I don't know how you pronounce it, but again, another team that's not going to be qualifying. But he's using some of the design from the actual Copenhagen major thing to interpret into his bordered sticker as opposed to some of these borderless ones as well. So I thought it was kind of cool. We also have Arco Digital, absolute go in the kind of community scene here. He put out his final video for the PGL concept stickers. We can take a look at some of the stuff he has going on here. I know I've featured this stuff in videos a couple times because I think these are really cool. This Navi bordered looks awesome. That Amcol, that G2. I don't know if I love the blue on the G2 one, but I think it still looks pretty cool. This Navi one to me looks super, super, super clean. And then he has some very good looking like foils here. That foil looks so good to me. I am kind of hoping that Valve will add foils back for some of these majors. He has the borderless variants. This Vitality with the purple in the background I think actually looks pretty sick, but I do love this border that he has using for a lot of these. I think the Team Spirit Hollow looks really, really good here. So overall, I've been a fan of Arco's work a lot, and I have been featuring a lot in videos and talking about it a ton because I think overall he's just doing a lot of cool stuff. I know some people, I think like OniPixel or whatever didn't necessarily really like his design specifically, but some people like it, some people hate it, whatever, but at least it's something different. I think it's better than like RMR, it's better than Rio, so at least gives us some interesting different ideas for what some bordered stickers could look like. Here is a kind of more controversial one. This guy, Aden, whatever, he made his idea for a paper, hollow, and gold version. I didn't really love this one. Again, I like when people are at least making stuff and being creative. I didn't necessarily love this one. It didn't seem like the community resonated with it too well either. People were saying, hey, you probably don't need both of the shapes. Like you don't need the triangle and the pentagon and stuff in the background or whatever. But this is just another idea of what some bordered stickers could look like. And again, are these worse than, are these like really good looking? No. But are they worse than Rio? Are they worse than RMR? Like, no, definitely not either. Here was an interesting idea for some bordered stickers. Again, this guy, Ahigo, I don't know how you say this, made a bordered version of the Lin Vision sticker. I think this looks pretty cool. Again, pretty simple, pretty sleek design, but overall still looks good. The border isn't exactly like super cool or super exciting or super good looking, but it is kind of interesting. And then finally, the last sticker concept I did want to showcase. I don't know if I already showed this in a video or not, but this guy using the full effects of CS2 in action, doing like a 3D cube design. I don't know if you'd call this bordered or borderless or whatever, but it kind of hurts my eyes, but at least an interesting interesting, different idea for Na'Vi, and I love the Copenhagen in the kind of cursive and stuff in the bottom. Overall, some pretty clean designs and stuff going on there. But all different kinds of ideas, all different kinds of concepts and takes for what Copenhagen could end up looking like. Obviously, I think most people are kind of just expecting it to be borderless at this point. It's just easier to guess it's going to be borderless than exactly what the borders are going to look like. But yeah, the first CS2 Major, I think, deserves something iconic. I think it deserves something cool. I don't think it deserves to be another borderless copy and paste sticker design. I think it needs to be cool. It needs to be exciting. It needs to be fresh. So I'm hoping Valve delivers. But again, that release date, I'm expecting to be sometime around March 10th. So you have a couple more days to prepare, but not much time. You're kind of running out. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But until then, pretty much every video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.